This is day one of hiking the Pacific Crest Trail. I just got to the California-Oregon border and now I'm about a mile up the trail or so. Sorry, I have to push my glasses back. We're working with some nice views off in the distance, which you probably can't see, and trees with shade, which is nice. The trail so far is pretty obvious. There's lots of wildflowers. It's really pretty. And I'm already sweating excessively. I've made it to pretty much the highest point that I'm going to make it today. It was quite a steep climb for that last little bit, but this is insane. This is insane. Are you kidding me? I have stopped for an afternoon break right on the side of the trail. There wasn't really much better, but nice view of the trees. And I had to treat my blisters, which sounds really bad, but I promise it's fine. I'm just starting out day 3 on the trail. Woke up at about 5 this morning, 5:30. It's probably about 6:45 right now. This was my camp spot. Anyway, yeah, kind of a dry camp, so I'm hoping that the next water source, which isn't like 8 miles, is actually reliable. I had to stop and take a break. I have 1.9 miles to go until I get to my next water source. This is how much water I have left. Yeah, and I'm right on the side of the trail. I've noticed that I hit a wall between 1 and 4. Well, really 2 and 4. But it's about 2 p.m. right now, and I am exhausted. I'm taking advantage of every shade break. I don't think I'm gonna make it as far as I wanted to today, which means that I'll have to hike more tomorrow. But frankly, I've got some really bad chafing. And also the blisters on my feet, and also my right foot. The tendons or muscles in the bottom, wherever it attaches, it's in a lot of pain right at the bridge of my foot. So going uphill is actually better for my foot, but it's worse for everything else because then I sweat more and lose more salt. Anyway, I'm still doing good and I'm still happy to be here. But it is a little miserable at the same time, you know? I decided I need a proper break with some snacks. These are the best. I love them. And some trail mix. And I don't know if you can see that. I've got my feet out of my shoes. And I might actually take a real nap. I started doing this thing where every time I stop, I take off my shoes if it's more than 5 minutes. So I'm currently at a tent site. I've walked 12 miles. I'm deciding whether or not I want to stay here or if I want to walk 5 more miles to the next good camping spot. Either way, it's a dry camp tonight. Unless I want to walk like 7 or 8 miles to get to Hyatt Lake Reservoir, which I'm not gonna do. I ended up stopping a little bit early for the day, and to solve the chafing issue, I've cut my pajamas. It's really, really windy outside. I'm sure you can hear that. So I decided it was time to shut up my tent. Oh, I think I got a little burned today. Well, that's a problem for tomorrow. I've got my Kindle. I've got this jellyfish guy. I have my alarm set for 4:30 in the morning. So hopefully I can clock some real miles tomorrow, as long as my feet are better than they were today. Which I think with enough rest, and since I'm going to bed earlier, they will be. But regardless, I can't stop. So I'm just gonna have to make the miles. Good morning. It is about 5, almost 6 a.m. It's like 5:56 or something like that. I've hiked a little over 2 miles this morning. The sunset was spectacular, but I was a little spooked to get up before the sun. I still did it, but it was a little scary, but it turned out to be totally fine. And yeah, I made it about 2 miles. I need to make it 9 miles before noon because I need to get there before my water runs out. I've walked 5.1 miles, and I decided to take a break near this pond. Don't think I'm going to filter the water there just because I know that there's water ahead that's better, but it would be good to use if you needed it. Kind of murky though, so you'd have to like pre-filter it and everything. And I'm standing on top of this lovely structure. I don't know what it is. I was literally over there yesterday, and now it's like a little point off in the distance. That's wild. I need everyone to know this grass is the worst. It like sprays out a bunch of spores every time you touch it. So every few minutes it feels like I need to wipe down my arms. You may ask, why do you not wear long sleeves then? You have one. It's too warm. Or rather, it's cool in the morning and the sunlight isn't as intense. So I take advantage of the cool and wear a t-shirt so that I don't sweat as much. It's 8:50. I've hiked 7 miles. Still have 2.1 miles to go until my next water source. We're doing good. I finally made it. I cannot tell you how good this cold water feels on my feet. It's just after 2:15. I've hiked 13.9 miles, almost 14 miles. I still have about 5 miles to go. And it's gonna be a steep uphill and then a sharp downhill. And I've passed 4 dirt roads and I have 4 more to go. It's 3:45. I've gone 16 miles. I had to stop and treat my blisters again. But I've only got about 3.5 more miles to go, I think. Maybe less. And I've already started cold soaking my dinner for tonight so that I don't have to cook when I get to camp. And I'm debating staying at Clune Landing Camp because they have showers there and I smell rank. big one, not a baby. I am freshly showered. My hair is actually clean. Currently charging up my device. We'll charge my phone next. And yeah, now I'm just gonna eat dinner, which is gonna be this sushi bowl in a bag that I made myself. I don't know how it's gonna turn out, but hopefully it'll be good. And then I'm gonna wait for my clothes to dry. You can see them probably out there. They're just all sitting on the picnic table. And then, oh yeah, I cleaned my clothes. Except for my pants. But that's okay. And then tomorrow I'm gonna try and get as many miles in as possible. Hopefully, and get as close to Fish Lake as I possibly can, even if it means taking all the ibuprofen. Yeah, anyway, I went 18.7 miles today, which was almost 19, which is a lot. For somebody who's brand new to this, pretty good. Good morning. Sorry, bug. It is 6:11 a.m. and I've hiked about 2 miles. I'm going a little bit slower because it's been mostly like steady incline, not like steep, just gentle incline, but my body is kind of killing me from doing 18.7 miles yesterday. So I just needed to be taking it a little bit slower, but I have now stopped and eat my breakfast, which is actually leftover dinner from last night. Drink some water and then continue on. I have about 4.6 miles, I think, until I reach the top of this hill, and then I'm going to be going downhill, which will be fun. It's currently about 8:15, and oh, there's a spider. Hello, I don't like you, go away. Sorry. I have hiked 5.1 miles, which is pretty good, considering it was an incline for most of the way. I'm currently stopped at a piped spring. I'm taking a much needed break for my feet, considering taking some Tylenol before I keep walking. And then I'm going to keep going for as long as I can. Look at this guy. Oh, he's gone. It's 9:28. I've gone 6.7 miles, mostly uphill. I just passed the pipe gate that no longer exists. And I'm now in the Rogue River National Forest. I'm gonna take a nice break here, and then I'm gonna start my downhill climb, because it's all downhill from here. It is 12:40. I have gone 13.2 miles. I started to hear thunder about half a mile ago, and luckily there's the Brown Mountain Shelter here, so if it does start to rain and thunder, I'll be safe here. But I'm going to take a break here because they have a water spigot, and then fill up all my water, and if the weather seems like it's improving, I will head on. Water pump. Today's potion is grape electrolytes, emergency, that's raspberry flavored, and 2 packets of True Lemon, because yesterday one was not enough. And I'm pretty sure this is going to taste how it looks. This looks familiar. It is currently 3:42. I've hiked 16.7 miles. I'm at a tent site, but I don't think I'm going to stay here. I'm going to try and push for at least 4 more miles. Hopefully 6. But I don't know if I can do that. It is 4:50 p.m. I have gone 18.4 miles. I've got about 2 to 4 more miles to go. but today's my 0 day. Today's my 0 day at Fish Lake. I'm just hanging out, trying not to get too much sun. I sat on the deck at the lodge earlier and just hung out for a bit. Did my laundry last night. I literally rolled into camp super late. I got here I think at like 8 and sat on the porch for a while because I couldn't make myself move. Got some quarters and stuff from the lodge for laundry and shower, which I did last night, so that I could maximize my time today just relaxing. My feet hate me. I have blisters and my right ankle and right arch are trying to kill me. But I'm hoping after a day of rest I should be able to keep going and it won't be no problem.